I love the Amazon influencer program. It's helped me a lot when I lost a lot of traffic from my blog due to all the Google updates, like the helpful content update and things like that. It's really helped to kind of like keep me afloat throughout all that. But with that said, Amazon influencer is the Wild West. There are a lot of things about the program that I'm like, I can't believe that this is even like a thing, that this is even allowed to happen. So in this video, basically, I want to talk about why Amazon influencer being the Wild West is really good, but also really bad at the same time, and just how to navigate the whole thing. So the first thing, this isn't necessarily in either the good or the bad category, but it's the volatility. Amazon influencer is changing a lot. Just a year ago, when I was watching videos about people in the Amazon influencer program, they're talking about, oh yeah, I'm making $100 a day. I'm barely doing anything. This just money is just trickling in. No, it's not even trickling in. It's pouring in. It's flooding in. And all I do is just review a couple of things that I got on my table. Yeah, just review this. Yeah, just review that. You know, a couple things a day, and I'm just balling out of control. Amazon influencer is not like that anymore. Amazon just straight up takes videos off of video carousels. Like, they can just remove the video carousel entirely, top carousel, bottom carousel. They can rearrange stuff. They can move stuff. They can change the visibility of things. So it's extremely volatile. It can be really good and it can be really bad in terms of how much you're earning. So that's the main thing to consider with this program, is you never really know exactly. I've never seen earnings fluctuate this drastically on any other platform, like Zoic, or if you're on like any sort of like ad network, YouTube, Twitch. Well, Twitch can do that too based on the donations and stuff like that. But there's no other platform that I've used that just like by the system itself fluctuates that drastically. So things are changing very fast. But first, let me talk about what's good about the program currently. Right now, there is relatively low competition. I say relatively in the sense that it's not like YouTube, it's not like Twitch, it's not like blogging when everybody was just using AI to like pump out tons of content, like literally hundreds of articles a day. The competition is relatively low. There is a bit of a barrier to entry to get into the Amazon influencer program, because you have to have like, nobody knows exactly, but a certain amount of subscribers and engagement on TikTok or YouTube. I think you can get in with Facebook. I'm not entirely sure, but either way, there's a bit of a barrier to entry to get in there. And because of that, there's not too many people that even know about or are even in the program. And you can sign up for multiple countries currently. So you can just be one of the first people that's in like Canada or UK or something like that if you live in the United States. And you can be like, oh yeah, put the same videos there. So relatively low competition. So if there's a video carousel and there's only 6 slots for the product that you have, it's like a mug or something like that, and you go buy that mug on Amazon, it's like, that can actually be pretty good idea. And I'll talk about that in a little bit. Now, the first bad thing about this being the Wild West is the cheaters. Now, the cheaters, so here's the thing. This is where, when I was talking about, I can't believe that this is even allowed. There is no copyright system on the Amazon influencer program. Now, Amazon might not want people just like saying this stuff, but I'm just saying it because it is what it is. People steal videos from all types of platforms. They steal them from YouTube. They steal them from other influencers. They steal them from the brand themselves. I don't know how that system even exists. This reminds me a lot of Twitch. People will also record videos in stores. You're not supposed to do that. Just products that they don't even own. The fact that there's no copyright system, though, it makes it so that there is like this new wave of people that are getting into the Amazon influencer program. They make 3 legitimate videos, but once they're in, they'll upload like 100 or like 1,000 videos that are not theirs. They ripped them from TikTok, they ripped them from YouTube, they ripped them from other influencers, and they're making literally like hundreds of dollars every single day. And you're like, how'd they make this much money this fast? It's because none of the videos are theirs. And there are people that even will go to the Amazon influencer subreddit and brag about that. I think that this is insane. There's like, and there's 2 mindsets here. One of the mindsets on the subreddit is, we got to report these people, we got to get them out. And I'm like, yeah, I'm all with you, but Amazon doesn't really do anything about them. Like, it's rare to ever see anybody ever get banned. The other mindset is, oh, just let it rock, and, you know, let people do what they do, just focus on you. I don't think either of these are, like, the problem with the first one is nothing ever even gets done, even if we try to report. The problem with the second one is a lot of the people that are saying that are the people that are cheating in general. So unfortunately, yeah, it is the Wild West in that sense. I would not recommend doing that at all. However, do acknowledge and do look out for your videos if someone's stolen your videos or anything like that. The report button doesn't really seem to do anything at all. However, the copyright strike button actually does seem to be effective. So if you see your video stolen, then go ahead and do a copyright strike or something like that. But it's insane that that's a thing. So that's probably one of the biggest bad things about Amazon influencer. But let's talk about another good thing about the influencer program, it being the Wild West. You can do a lot of experimentation on that website. So YouTube, it's a lot harder to like try a lot of different types of content, because, you know, if your content doesn't really like pop off, immediately, then YouTube will shut it down. They're just not going to show it to a lot of different people because they're like, oh, well, this video didn't do well with this audience that we initially tested with it. Boom, get it out of here. And this really, it's when people are trying to please the algorithm, you have to on YouTube, because if you don't, your video is not going to get shown to anybody. So it doesn't matter how good your video is if it's not getting shown to anybody. On the Amazon Influencer Program, it's a lot different because there's the Inspire program where you can make short form videos and your videos can just get shown like TikTok. That's one thing, but also a lot of products, like there's 6 slots for, or generally it's really 5 slots for a creator video to actually appear in. And the thing is, if the carousel is actually has open slots, your video is going to be there regardless. It could be bad, it could be great, it could be short video, it could be a long video, it could be an unboxing, it could be whatever type of content you want. It could be some sort of a guide. Try it. Why not try it? There's an open slot. There's 3 open slots. Why not make 3 different videos and see which one does the best and what type of format and which one's getting more watch time? That is something that is unique because the Amazon Influencer Program has such low competition right now. So that's something that I really enjoy. Just any platform where there's not like a ton of people in there, you can try a lot of different stuff and see what works. Unfortunately, this leads into the second bad thing about the Amazon Influencer Program being the Wild Wild West, which is there is terrible data in the analytics. So you can't really tell exactly, like, first of all, you can't even see if your video is even on the video carousel without going all the way to that product if you're in your creator hub. Fortunately, Fluencer Fruit, which is the tool that I use, which I'm going to be doing an updated review. I should have done this a long time ago, but they continuously keep changing stuff for the better, which is cool. But it means that I need to go over the individual changes, because if you look at my review from before, there's a lot of new things that have improved and things that have just changed in general. But this program, this app, this is a toolbar basically. You can at a glance see if your video is on the upper carousel, if it's on the bottom carousel, or if it's on both, or if it's on no carousel at all. So you can skim through all your videos like that and you can see really easily. With analytics itself, you cannot see that. So it's an amazing tool and I highly recommend it. I'll go ahead and link it in the description. I have a coupon code for a half off of it, but stay tuned for my follow-up review of it. I'll be making multiple videos about that toolbar because I've been using it extensively throughout the last year since I've gotten it. I'll talk about that in a different video. When it comes to the analytics, Amazon Influencer Analytics, what they actually give you are not very good. They don't really tell you, they tell you the retention percentage, but they don't tell you the click-through rate, and they don't tell you the percentage of people that are buying stuff after they watch the video. Or like, I think a good metric would be like if they have a threshold of like, okay, somebody needs to watch 30 seconds of the video for it to actually count as being attributed to a referral. They took that phrasing off of the website, but it would be nice to know, like, okay, how many of your views are views period, and then how many of the views are beyond that threshold. So then you can use that number to like base it off of, okay, like, am I getting a sale from this? And I wish it told you like how many sales you're getting from whatever the videos are, click-through rates of, like, you know, people adding it to cart, things like that. Those would be really useful metrics. But the point is that they don't have any sort of real good analytics. So it's hard to know exactly what you're doing right or what you're doing wrong. If your video is on the carousel and you're selling a lot of units and you're getting a lot of watch time, and all of a sudden you're off the carousel, you don't know why. And they don't tell you why, and they don't tell you what they're looking for specifically. So that's one thing that I don't really like about the Amazon Influencer Program right now, is that their analytics are not very good. They're not like YouTube. Let's get back into the good about why the Amazon Influencer Program is great, because it's the Wild Wild West. Buying products with the primary goal of reviewing them is still super viable. Like I was telling you about, like, you know, buying like a mug or something like that and then like reviewing that and it actually being legit. That's not going to be, I wouldn't say it's not going to be a thing in the future, but it's not going to be as viable as it is now, because there are still products, a lot of products with open video carousel slots. There's stuff on my desk that I don't want to show you because, you know, I have videos up there on the influencer program, but I've gotten open slots on like the most basic household stuff and some stuff that's pretty expensive. And it's because nobody else was on the slot or on the video carousel. So I was like, all right, you know, again, Fluencer Fruit's the way that I help to pick all the like different products that I buy. And some of the stuff is like super, super expensive. So when I get a commission for it, that's like 10 bucks or 15 bucks or something like that. So that's not going to be a thing forever. Eventually, there's going to be so many people in the program and so many people reviewing all the stuff that they have that, all right, it might not really be viable to review like a PlayStation 5 or a PS5 controller or something like that, because there's so many people that will have videos of those that it's like, all right, well, you know, this might not really work out. But right now, it's perfectly viable. Like, yeah, you can review all the stuff that you have in your house. Ideally, the stuff that is probably going to give you the most commissions or that has open video carousel slots first. That's how I personally see it. But even if you reviewed all the stuff that you have around you, you can start buying stuff from Amazon, yeah, that you might need around the house. But even if it's specifically, I bought stuff specifically with the pure purpose of just reviewing it. I don't even use it anymore. I could sell it, all that stuff like that. It's viable right now because there's not full carousel slots on every product. A lot of products have full carousels, but if stuff doesn't, perfectly viable. And so we're not going back to the bad. This is another good thing about the Amazon influencer program is that brand deals. So brand deals are just basically when the brand reaches out to you and they either send you products for free, or maybe they will say, okay, well, if you review this product, we'll give you a certain amount of money for it, or whatever the case is. Personally, I'm not really a brand deal type of individual. That's just me. That's just how I rock. But if you want to make a lot of money, it's something that I would recommend doing if that's what you're into. And here's the thing about brand deals though, right now, is as there's less influencers on the program, in the program, I should say, there's less people like vying for the opportunity to get brand deals. So it's not like there's like this saturation of so many big YouTubers or big content creators that are on Amazon influencer. There's a lot of huge YouTubers that don't even know that Amazon influencer is a thing. And some of the bigger ones are slowly starting to get on there. So you don't really have to compete with them right now. And you can get the brand deals. You can just maybe review like 100 things that you have around your house or something like that. And then brands are going to start asking you, do you want to review this? Do you want to review this? And then there's like little incentives and things that you could do. And like, it's called creator connections you can get into, and then brands can send you stuff. It's not something that I'm like personally into, but man, some of those commissions are like super good if you get into those. So yeah, brand deals is an amazing thing. With Amazon influencer being the Wild West, the competition for those brand deals is not that great. So you can be like a nano influencer, not that many followers, not that many subs. You don't have to really compete with some of the super giant YouTubers or super giant content creators or actual influencers right now, because they're just not really on the Amazon influencer platform, which is kind of ironic. So yeah, those are the things that are great and not so great about the Amazon influencer being the Wild Wild West. If you're in the program, let me know how you're doing in it. And if you're not in the program, let me know how you're trying to get into it, or if you're trying to get into it, or if you're doing some other side hustle, because I'm all about other side hustles as well. I'm going to keep going hard in the Amazon influencer program, and I really want to motivate you, if you are in the program or if you're not in the program, to try to get into it and really go hard in Prime Day, because I know Prime Day can be super big for a lot of influencers. It's super big for associates, but it's also super big for Amazon influencer. This has been Omari from cashwhileyousleep.com, and I'll see you in the next video.